Hello everyone, welcome back to Bridge is for Everyone. My name's Jad. This is episode 1 of the Learn to Play workshop series. This episode develops a system card that is appropriate for the standard system explained in the Learn to Play series. In some regions, a system card is called a convention card. I hear both terms used interchangeably. A system card is a written document which summarizes your partnership agreement. When you are playing at a bridge club, you are required to have a completed system card. My local club has storage for system cards on site, so I don't have to remember to bring it each time. I also keep a duplicate at home for use when I'm playing elsewhere. Your system card is for use by your opponents. It is not a reference to help you with your own bidding. What this means in practice is that you and partner will each have a copy of your system card. They will be placed on or near the table so that each of your opponents has access to one. And of course, you and partner will each be provided with a system card by your opponents. When players move to a different table, they take their system cards with them. The exact format of a system card is different in different bridge federations, and may also vary with different levels of competition. Some competitions may require a full system card, while others may allow the use of a simplified system card. I will use the fat-free ACBL convention card for this episode. It should have all the information you need to complete a card from any club or federation. This is the ACBL fat-free system card. Let's look at each section in detail. The card starts in the top of the right column with your name and your partner's name. It then asks for the general approach. This is the basis of your bidding system. For us, this is Standard American. Next, it asks for any forcing opening bids. Our only forcing opening bid is 2 clubs. This is indicated by an X in the box. We leave the item called Other blank. The next section deals with no-trump opening bids and responses. First, we enter the high card point ranges for our no-trump opening bids. These are 15 to 17 for 1 no-trump, 20 to 21 for 2 no-trump, and 25 to 27 for 3 no-trump. We also use Stayman, so we check that box. And we check the boxes for Jacoby transfers from 2 diamonds and 2 hearts. We also need to indicate that we use 4 suit transfers. First, we show that 3 clubs is a transfer to 3 diamonds, and then we use the Other item to show that 2 spades is a transfer to 3 clubs. The remaining items are not relevant to our system, so they are left blank. The next section relates to opening bids of 1 of a suit. It is in 2 parts, major suits and minor suits. We always require a 5-card suit to open a major, so we check the relevant boxes. As for minor suits, we need 4 diamonds, but only 2 clubs. We need to add a note that an opening of 1 club with only 2 cards in the club suit is only made with a 4-4-3-2 hand. In all suits, a double raise is always invitational, and we mark them as such. We also need to indicate a point range for a bid of 1 no trump in response to an opening bid of 1 club. For us, this is 6 to 9 points. The remaining red sections labelled Other are left blank. The next section relates to opening suit bids at the 2 level. The card specifically asks for high card point ranges. This is really outdated by the modern inclusion of long points. The reference to high card points has been omitted on the full ACBL card, so I recommend you cross it out or erase it from this card. We play 2 clubs as 22 or more points, and the other suits as less than an opening hand, but showing a good 6-card suit. I also like to check the weak and strong boxes to make things even clearer. The 2 diamond response to 2 clubs also needs to be explained. There is some standard wording I like to use. The term waiting refers to waiting to see openers rebid. The 2 no trump force is not discussed in the Learn to Play series, but will be explained in the extension series. For now, these are left blank. The final section in the right column, Other Conventional Calls, is left blank. The top left column asks about special doubles, specifically including negative doubles. The Learn to Play system uses negative doubles up to the level of 3 spades. The next 2 sections deal with overcalls. Our system overcalls at the 1 level with a strong 5-card suit. Such a hand must have at least 5 points, but with 18 or more points, we would double instead. We mark the system card accordingly. For us, a new suit bid after an overcall is just a better overcall. It is certainly not forcing. A jump overcall in our system just shows a longer suit. It is still weak. The next section deals with opening suit bids of 3 or 4. Our opening bids at this level show a weak hand but a long, strong suit. This is best described as light. The section on direct cue bids is not relevant to our system. We leave it blank. The top of the centre column deals with no trump overcalls. Our 1 no trump overcall is the same as our opening 1 no trump bid, 15 to 17 high card points, and it applies in all seats. We also play Stayman and transfers after such an overcall. This means we need to check the Systems On box. We have no special meaning for an overcall of 2 no trump, so this is left blank. We use no special systems to combat our opponent's opening no trump bids. This section is also left blank. The next section relates to a specific situation. Your partner opens a suit and the next player makes a takeout double. In our system, a new suit at any level is still forcing for 1 round. The next section deals with your double when your opponents make a weak preemptive bid, such as 3 of a major. Short of game, we consider this a takeout double. The remaining items are in red and should be left blank. The last section relating to bidding is about slam bidding conventions. We use both Gerber and Blackwood and will check both boxes. We have no other slam conventions or complications. The remaining lines are left blank. The next section relates to leads. If the card in bold is the one led, then no markings need to be made. There are a few adjustments we need to make to fit our system. First, against suit contracts. We lead the ace when we also hold the king. Now for leads against no trump. We lead the higher of touching cards from a broken sequence and the lowest card from 3 or 4 low cards. And finally, we lead the fourth best from broken suits against both suit and no trump contracts. The last section relates to signals. It asks if we use standard carding. It defines this as attitude when partner leads and count when opponents lead. We use attitude on partner's lead, but no signalling on opponent's lead, so cannot check these boxes. The final section on the system card asks if we use attitude or count signals in response to partner's lead. As we just discussed, we use attitude. And lastly, we do not use special carding, so the last box can be left blank. The ACBL and many other federations have tools where you can create an electronic system card which you then print. I highly recommend that you use those tools. This episode explained in detail how to complete a system card for the standard system explained in the Learn to Play series. I hope you found it useful. Thanks for watching. Please consider subscribing to this channel. Until next time, this is Chad reminding you that bridge is for everyone.